Good evening. Welcome to another weekly podcast with YVMC Weekly Podcast. Thank you for joining us. I am Akila Roden Jr. To my left, we got
Bay Holloway.
And on my right, we got...
And I am Melissa Mack.
Man, listen, a lot has happened in the last week, so let's get down to the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. Where should we begin?
Well, let's start with this month's holidays. International Day of Families was last week, May 15th.
Woo woo.
Oh,
Whoop, whoop.
one black family.
Oh, there's like one little black
Yeah,
family.
I see 'em.
That's cute.
One little black one.
Why is hold up? Why is the little black girl in the front with the white people?
Because it's a non-traditional family.
Okay,
That's what we.
I'm here for it.
Okay, cool. I'm just saying.
Both traditional and non-traditional are foundations of our society. So some of the most formative years of our lives are spent with our families. So why wouldn't we celebrate? I said celebrate.
See, I didn't have a traditional.
So
family.
woo woo to all the families out there. And speaking of families, is a perfect segue to a topic that's been blowing up social media. I'm talking about IG, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Pretty much every time you pick up your phone, you see it, and that is the abortion laws. As we all know.
I'm going to just keep my mouth closed.
Oh, my God.
Republicans, i.e., white men, are
my God. Not all Republicans are white men.
I'm just saying, but they control the Republican Party. True or not?
I mean, they control both parties.
Okay, whatever. I'm just saying. Whatever. Let me get back into the topic.
If that's
okay?
the route you want to go.
Let me get back into the topic. People are in an uproar. They're enraged at what's been taking place recently. And I feel them because this is my thing. If God, the almighty, all-sovereign, all-knowing God, gives us an opportunity to choose, then how dare someone try to take it away? Christian men try to take it away. So you're basically going against the foundation that you stand on.
They've been doing that since
I'm just saying. And
1776.
the thing is that it's called a heartbeat bill. And the reason why it's called a heartbeat bill, because they're saying at 6 weeks, a child's heart is fully formed, and they've basically been able to create, their life is being created at that point. Mm-hmm. The thing is that in order for the rest of the body to be created, blood has to be pumped through it to create it and then make life, which is a heart. It makes... the blood and all of that stuff. But a person isn't fully formed until their neurological, brain has been developed. You can't feel pain. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but still, it's life. Well, I'm not fighting against the narrative that it's not life, because at the end of the day, it's life. Bacteria, they don't have any neurological functions, but they're essential to everyone's way of life on planet Earth.
True, they're life, so but this is
we're not fighting the merits of life, but merit of choice.
But cancer cells are life. Tumors are life. That gnat that's flying around here is life, and we still knock that thing out of the way. We kill roaches. We kill flies.
Mm-hmm, that's life.
We kill all of that's life.
So, like I said, we're not just fighting on the merit whether it's life or not, but there's that. We're not fighting over whether it's life or not, but someone's right to choose.
Yes.
You cannot take away someone's right to choose because you feel like it's morally reprehensible. At the end of the day, no one can play God. Mm-hmm. And if you are trying to take away someone's right to choose, that's where you're putting yourself in those shoes to be someone's God. And I wholeheartedly disagree with that.
And while we're at it, if we're going to go with revoking the right to choose, then we should start, as they stated, I believe in Florida, we should start stating male vasectomies. If you don't want us to have abortions, then the perfect way to have us not have abortions is to make all men have vasectomies, which can be reversed. They can be reversed once.
But you can't, not twice. So you better make your mind up.
Is that legit?
That is actually
now
legit.
I can actually finally say something because I don't have the ability to have or that's not. I'm trying to stay. I'm pro-choice. Hey, just to let everybody know, choose women. Y'all got it right. But just on the backhand, if they just will make a pill for us, the line would be long. Pharmaceuticals want to make money. Make a birth control pill for men. I'm telling you, the line will be long. But wait, you said something. You can now get your first vasectomy. If you can get it reversed. Like they reattach it.
That's always been the case.
Really?
Men can have vasectomies, but they can be reversed once, and that's always been the case since vasectomies have been created. But the thing is that in order for a woman to go through getting her tubes tied, she has to be at least 25 years old,
couple kids,
have 2 kids that are female, 2 kids that are male, and then have a sign off by the husband.
Wait.
Yes.
You gotta have 4 kids?
4 kids.
It depends.
Good Lord.
I don't know.
In most states, you have to have a sign off by your husband. So you have to be married. So, but for men, in order to get a vasectomy,
outpatient procedure. Go in, come right on home.
Right? No questions.
I'm actually
nothing.
thinking about that. Let me go and try to get me one.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
I'm going.
Don't tap on it.
But I'm saying is the number one sure positive way to make sure that women do not have abortions is by making sure that all men have vasectomies. Vasectomies 2019.
Yeah, they ain't going down.
Or be responsible,
That's
everyone. Be responsible. Look, I understand when things are out of your control, but sometimes we have circumstances that we cause on our own, and instead of taking a better course of action, we go, let's just get rid of it. I'm just going to say this right now. Abortions are not a form of birth control because I've known women to get multiple abortions.
And look, but I'm just going to say I'm 25 and I'm surprised I ain't been pregnant yet.
I'm just saying.
So it just really depends on the person.
Zach, hey, man. Yeah.
Hey, Zach.
Zach Jones just came in the house. Had his slide right on there. It's good to see you. Shout out Zach Jones, USC grad. Y'all see him?
Yeah.
This is not really our topic, but I just kind of kept quiet just a little bit. Hey, listen.
All right, let's tell us how you really feel. All right.
About it.
But what I am sure that you are not alone when it comes to feeling pro-choice, but also having those waivers and doubts and things like that. So many across the country are upset with the Republican Party's attempt to reverse Roe versus Wade. So here's a clip. You should be able to find this pretty interesting.
This bill is not about pro-life or the right to life. This bill is about control. People are going to have abortion. The problem is it's going to always be unsafe, inaccessible for those people who have lesser means. We all know about the back alleys, the basements. People will try going online now. How you can mix a concoction to have an abortion.
But why you all want to control our bodies, I will never, ever know. You know, you all are always trying to put the laws on us. I want you all to vote for this one so we can have some equality about this thing, okay? Mr. President, I offer this amendment.
All right, Secretary Reed received the
long
amendment.
roll call vote. I saved the best for last.
Amendment to House Bill 314 by Senator Figures. On page 8, after line 15, insert the following new subsections C and D. C, a man who has a vasectomy shall be guilty of a Class A felony. D, a man who attempts to have a vasectomy shall be guilty of a Class C felony.
Urge you to vote no, members.
Using the long roll call vote. You're talking about life.
All right, Secretary, call the roll.
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
He said I urge everybody to say no. Y'all know how that go, man. They weren't even really paying attention to what they was talking about. They're like, yeah, all right. That's cool.
I already said.
It will be the black women like, why y'all trying to
They sound just...
my mama, that's all I heard.
From the hood.
Look, I said it. Vasectomies 2019. Vote for me.
Yeah, that's a no. No. Let's move away from vasectomies. Our next topic poses a question. I would like to ask those who are attempting to exert control that will lead to the very eradication of our freedom as we know it. What's your privilege? Here's a video that answers that question.
Whew, child.
I have been given a huge platform across the country, in some forms even around the world, because I'm white. And many black parents lose their children, many Muslim parents lose their children, Jewish parents lose their children, and nobody pays attention. And because we have this myth of the sacredness of the white female, I've been given a platform, so I'm going to use that platform to keep drawing attention back to where the issues are.
Thank you, Ms. Breaux. And I'm moved in hearing you speak about these issues so eloquently, and in your experience in living through this country and recognizing the privilege that you have. What was that process like for you? How did you come to be able to articulate these points? How did you see it? How did you experience it? And how do you educate others?
Always with the mindset of a teacher. I believe in learning what I need to learn and then putting it back out as simply and straightforward as possible for the listener. I'm still doing that. I find a lot of people have no clue of the privilege that they have, nor how they should be using that privilege. As I mentioned before, many people think being non-racist is okay, and that's enough to solve our country's problems, and instead we need to be actively anti-racist.
And what is the distinction between being non-racist and anti-racist?
Non-racist is saying I don't recognize anybody's color, I think that we're all equal and we should all be treated fairly, and that's kind to a point. I understand what they're trying to say, and it comes from a place of good intention. However, we need to recognize our differences. We need to rejoice in our differences. America is stronger for all of our differences brought together, and we need to accept that and go out of our way to stand up against racism when we see it. To be anti-racist means to take an active stance of I am not going to tolerate that in my presence.
Come through, Ms. Breaux.
She's a cool ally.
She is. Ally. She's a nice ally.
She ain't Jane Elliott, but you know.
All right.
Well, she did lose the chat on the struggle.
We have a couple of questions. First and foremost, give a shout out to Kiki.
Kiki, do you love me? That's my daughter's favorite song, by the way.
Wait, it would be a felony to get a vasectomy? Well, to clarify, that was a proposed bill. So we're not saying that was actually became a law. We're just saying that a lot of these things that are coming around, all of these anti-abortion bills are proposed bills. Some of them have been voted upon, and some of them, such as the vasectomy one,
that make it past.
Ain't make it past. But it's just nice conversation to know that, all right, if you're going to throw up that, we're going to throw up this.
Well, she did that just so that they could see, what they were doing wrong.
Elephant in the room.
Yeah, she was just bam.
Yeah.
She knew that was not going to get passed.
And Luna Dust says, I don't even think it's being responsible. It's easier said than done. I'm not sure what that is in reference to the abortion.
That's it's probably a comment based on what I said. So, at the end of the day, we are all adults and we make choices. Keeping in mind, most abortions are performed on women, not teenagers, women between the ages of 25 and 30, grown women. Sometimes we make choices that put us in predicaments, and abortion shouldn't be, personally, for me. But that's your choice if you want to do it. That shouldn't be our first go-to because you made a decision in that moment. Point blank, period.
Well, Kiki Jane states, I think it should be under the right circumstances. They aren't humans. I think she's speaking about the embryos. I don't agree with women who abuse it, but they need to make rape illegal. I mean, rape is illegal.
I think she meant if you... Yeah, what does she mean by that?
Making rape illegal?
Obviously, rape is illegal, but my thing is...
No, but in the...
What they passed.
Yeah, what they passed is
with the specific law. Yeah. So, obviously, they need to make it to where rape, incest...
It has that.
Yeah, you should be able to get in. You should be able to terminate.
But we're talking about I think this is a bigger issue because of the fact of we have not, as millennials, been replacing the baby boomers because we've been I feel more responsible with our birth giving. But if you remember, the population of America has been dwindling down more and more. So.
Well, if you want to look at it that way, then maybe they're trying to control the population because we are outnumbering them anyways. And so now they want to restrict us for having more children because predominantly white women aren't having as many children as they were having.
But I think it's more of not restricting. It's more of like if you're saying abortion is illegal, that's not a restriction. That's like, yo, you have to have that kid.
Because people still gonna have sex.
But white women get pregnant.
No,
in
that's
that
what I'm
area.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's more about because their population is decreasing. I wouldn't say America's population is decreasing. White people, like the white population is decreasing. And all,
but it's still vastly,
quote unquote. No, but what I'm saying is all quote unquote minorities are increasing at a rate that soon, you know what I'm saying, will be the majority. So their thing is like, I mean, the way that I look at it, is just like they're doing that. So you have to have these kids. You know what I'm saying? That's another way of controlling their population and meaning, you know what I'm saying, bringing the numbers up. So it's not necessarily, I don't think, directed towards black people, as you said. Like that's a predominantly white area.
I think it's directed towards women specifically.
Yeah, it's funny they had all this, but didn't do all this.
Oh, well, to do. White women have kids at later ages than poor people.
Wait, poor black people?
No, just poor people, period.
Oh.
Like poor people, period. Because
where's our stack?
This is just I don't have no statistics on this, but just living life, right? Just living life. I hear people who like from the hood. I'm from Compton. People that are of a lower economic status, you gotta have kids. You don't want to have kids when you get too old. You gotta have kids before you turn 30. So then when I talk to people when I go off to college or I talk to educated people, they go, well, I'm going to wait until I get my career together and then I'm going to have a child.
No, that's true.
So poor people,
I'm with
that.
From life, I just have kids earlier and have more of them.
No, that's true. That is true because if you check like countries in like the European countries, I mean, I was in prep school when I was learning this, like their population is decreasing because nobody don't want to have kids no more. Everybody focus on their careers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas like, you see in lower economic communities or, situations, people just have kids more. You have more kids and you have kids at a younger age, you know what I'm saying?
Well, shout out to Boy Proven Maniac. He says, as a self-respecting man, I wouldn't and won't.
Wouldn't what?
Vasectomy.
I'm guessing a vasectomy.
Oh, yeah.
Self-respecting. I mean, some men don't want to have kids.
You don't respect yourself,
right? Look, some husbands just want to have sex with their wives.
I mean, let's not say husbands.
And not have.
Let's just say men. Some men out here in LA in general.
Good thing I'm from Compton.
Want to have.
Right.
They want to have sex and they don't want to have kids.
Jamaica,
People just want to have sex and don't want to have kids. How about that?
Duh.
Yeah,
but what's up, man? We on you, Zach. How can we hit with privilege, man?
So, I know, my bad. I know a lot of times we don't realize our privilege, especially as black people, a lot of times we don't even have that privilege. So we have to work like twice as hard as everybody else to, gain some respect or gain that privilege. So having said that, I want to call attention to Judge Janice Brinkley.
Hey, girl.
Ooh, somebody need to fix that lace front.
So
wow.
I'm just saying somebody need to fix that lace front for you, sweetie.
Come on.
Black woman doing things. Are we talking about her lace front?
You know how y'all get down.
Look, I don't like her.
But Brinkley was the judge in the Meek Mill case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we should see a picture of Meek real quick. Yeah. And so Meek was sentenced in November 2017 to 2 to 4 years for violating his probation from a 2008 case. The probation violation allegedly involved 2 arrests, neither of which led to conviction.
Mm-hmm. And like most fair-minded human beings, Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner, you can see the picture below, over there, did not agree with Judge Brinkley's decision on Wednesday. Krasner filed for rapper Meek Mill to receive a new judge and a new trial in his probation violation case.
So specifically, Krasner and his office are claiming that Judge Janice Brinkley has been biased against Meek Mill in the past and abused their discretion, and are calling for a new probation violation trial for Meek Mill.
So who's the?
All right, it's cool. Yeah, so he cited Brinkley's choice to check in on Meek Mill at a homeless shelter where he was scheduled to conduct community service, and the judge's criticism of the rapper for not going above and beyond his required commitment.
What?
You have to do more.
What? Have to do more than what you ordered him? What?
So, Philly's district attorney filed a brief that called into question Brinkley's impartiality.
What? All right, first.
What did he do to her is the question.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you're going to set the law as a judge and you're going to say you need to do this, that, and the third, why are you mad because they just did this, that, and the third and they didn't do fourth, fifth, sixth? That's not his job.
I'm telling you, if you gave me 40 hours of community service, you best believe I'm doing 40 hours of community service.
I might do 40
what?
I might do 39 and 30 minutes and then, do the extra in the bathroom just chilling on my phone.
Wow.
But I like to help people, but not if you're making me.
If you're making me.
I'm just gonna be rebellious on purpose. I'm gonna do my 39 and 30 minutes.
That's your lunch. That extra 30 minutes, your lunch.
That's the lunch, probably.
Right. Gonna be rebellious on purpose.
Look. And so also this month, we pay homage to our armed peace officers, speaking of the law. Unfortunately, as Black people living in the United of States, the privilege forced upon us has been unwarrantedly to endure harassment, persecution, beatings, and even death as a result of breathing while being Black in America. So as proof, let's check out another one of the taunting videos that we have to watch as a Black person. That's Black privilege.
He don't even know my name and tell him I have a warrant.
What did he do?
That's what I'm saying.
For what?
For what?
You are from Louisiana.
For what?
For what?
Yeah.
I don't even live in Louisiana, so how would I have a... You don't know my name, so how can you tell me I have a warrant in Louisiana?
Sir,
stop.
Clarence,
Calvary coming.
Okay, well, you know that's
Sir.
You just pulled up in front of my house and then... I don't trust, because you shaking like you scared or something.
Okay.
Trust you shaking like you scared.
He don't live in Louisiana.
I don't really live in Louisiana. How the hell would I have a warrant in Louisiana?
Quentin, you already said your name was that.
My name is not Quentin. What the f is wrong with you?
Sir, his name is not Quentin.
Quentin.
Then let's see the ID and we'll be done.
Okay, hold on.
It's getting different names. You woke up here and told me 3 different names.
Hold on.
That's the third name you just... No.
Clint.
No, I'm not gonna be the next you feel.
No.
No.
Stop.
His name is not Quentin.
Quentin.
Let's do this and be done. I got no probable cause. I got
You just stopped in front of my f***ing house.
Yes, I know who you are.
It's what's my name?
Give it.
Man, that. You shaking like you scared. I'm not gonna let you put me in handcuffs.
Please stop. Please stop.
My name is not no f***ing Quentin. You don't even know my name and tell me I got a warrant in Louisiana?
Okay. Yes. You
Do I look like a... Show me the picture. Show me the picture.
Okay, wait.
Just walk with me.
No,
walk with me.
No.
Please, he's not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere.
I need your supervisor or somebody
I am the
else.
supervisor. Come on.
Well, let me see your stripes. Well, I need
Let's
somebody
walk
else.
to the front of the car.
No, you're not
Walk
gonna give me
to the
to your
car.
car. No.
Sir.
Put my yard on my property. That.
Calm down.
Stop.
You stop. You stop.
Who are you looking for?
That's what
His
I'm
name
saying.
is
My
not
Quentin.
Quentin.
Let me see your
You think I'm from because I got dreads or something?
No.
You just pulled up in front of my fucking house and told me I got a warrant in Louisiana. So what? That's my fucking dog.
That's our dog.
That's
our dog. Go in the house.
Look, man.
Sir, that's our dog.
Don't you touching me while you shaking. You need to step back and calm down. Nah, that. Like,
Get my phone out of the car.
There you got him running.
Get my phone out of the
Calm
car.
down.
Here's the deal. Doesn't that look a lot like...
No, that don't look like
That's
me.
not
What's wrong with you, man? What you trying to say? Because I got dreads and I'm black, that's me?
No.
That's not him.
She can see that's not me from over there.
No, stop. You got no problem?
My name? You ain't got no You ain't...
No, please stop. Please stop. Please leave him alone, please. No, please. That is
this. I need you to report.
Nah, you need to get the fuck out of my yard. You just said I'm somebody named Quentin. You got dreads and he black.
Come on.
What the is that?
Okay, come on.
Nah, what's that? Okay, now you want to leave, right?
No, I want to do reporting.
Nah, you need to get somebody here that's over you because you just made the biggest mistake.
Why?
How the you pull in front of my yard because I'm black with dreads and tell me I got a warrant?
Okay.
You
racist. My kids was out here.
No, one of my fucking kids.
Okay.
What, you need to get this over here.
But they didn't even answer his name.
Let me see.
I seen that earlier.
Nervous.
To watch it again, I'm like,
it is nerve wracking, but I love, and I have to be able to say this, the point of privilege when it comes to this, because the privilege that he had obviously wasn't the fact that he was black, but he had the privilege of knowledge, and that saved his life. And I will tell you how it saved his life. He knew that he was on his property, so the police officer had no right to come onto his property without a warrant. He knew that he didn't have to give him his ID
he wasn't being arrested.
because he wasn't being arrested. He stated multiple times, "Am I being arrested? What am I being arrested for? Am I being detained?" Not even just that. As he tried to get him to get off his property, he said, "I am not leaving my property. You came onto my property." And not to mention that, but this is the smartest thing that this man did, besides recording this incident, was stating everything that we couldn't see. Stating, "Why are you shaking?" Specifically, "You have no reason to be afraid. I am afraid of you now." That right there was the smartest thing. You know how much money you gonna get after this? I just want to say that.
Baby gonna be paid.
And the fact that the woman in the background was like, "Go inside," and you heard the little boy in the background, he gonna get sued for pain and suffering. The kids, him.
That.
They set
trauma, PTSD,
right?
I'm scarred. Okay,
I'm scarred. My baby been shaking, man.
Like my wrist is broken.
So he gonna be a millionaire. He gonna be a millionaire, man. It's sad that we have to go through that, but listen, May 20th was National Be a Millionaire Day.
Ooh, my millions.
Show me that, man. Ooh. When you think of being a millionaire, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Is the money. When a bad bitch, nigga, money.
Babe, we got it.
She said money.
Okay. The first thing that come to me being a millionaire, let me see if I hit the lotto at 285 right now. I guess I just want to pay off all my debt. I just want to just give Uncle Sam what he need and then pay. I don't want nobody to call me for nothing.
Well, personally, when I think about being a millionaire, it's kind of like how many millions we talking about. Yeah. Because if
does it matter?
Yeah. Because
have you ever had 1 million?
No, I haven't. But 1 million is not that much.
In our lifetime,
you can spend 1 million for the rest of your life if you budget right.
In our lifetime,
you're still living on a
budget. We
make
at least $1 million in our lifetime. We make at least $1 million in our lifetime. So $1 million ain't nothing. I'm just saying I might graze my student loans. Like,
I might just tap them a little bit.
What's y'all wait, y'all want me to keep it real?
What?
First thing I think about becoming a millionaire, making some more.
Right.
Hey, you gotta have more.
You know what I'm talking
Invest
about?
in a business. You can hit up some friends, figure out how we're gonna put some things together.
You can literally be able to buy almost whatever you want, travel the world, practice philanthropy on a grand scale, eliminating some debt. One person who knows what it feels like to be a millionaire is using, I don't want to use and say privilege because he kind of earned his money, but a billionaire Robert Smith. We got a picture of Robert Smith? Yeah, so if you guys don't know, Robert Smith, he's a tech billionaire, tech guru, and he paid the graduating class of 2019 Morehouse. He paid all of their debt.
I heard about it. Yeah.
So I think it was about $40 million. Now, I don't call that privilege. I will call that he spent his hard working money.
I just want
and
y'all
it's a tax write-off, too.
I also want y'all to know Zach wasn't the only person who graduated this year. I did Morehouse class of 2019.
Whatever.
Hello, Mr. Robert.
Hello, Mr. Robert Smith.
Listen, and we all know it's been a big debate because of course he can write it off on his taxes, get the money back, and things like that.
Privilege?
No, I don't think that's privilege. I think he just earned.
That's considered classism, like class privilege.
No, what I'm saying is because he specifically gave to Morehouse students because they were black men. So would that be considered a privilege?
Nah, because he was just a keynote speaker. Like, hey, look, I want to pay y'all bills. Boom. You can do that anywhere.
On some level, he did that because it was black men.
But that's not a privilege. That's the lookout. That's the homie lookout.
That's like what is the term? When you go to college because of the fact that they wanted to hire more minorities. What is it called?
Affirmative action.
That is affirmative action.
How was that affirmative?
That is not affirmative action. I can't get with you, back.
Let me tell y'all what that is. That is black people finally realizing the difference between not just that, the difference between white people and black people. Those are the type of stuff that white people do for other white people all the time. You know what I'm saying?
All the time.
All the time. You know what I'm saying? Just looking out for the next generation so that they're debt free, and so when they come back again, you know, they're cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people live their life in crazy debt. You know what I'm saying? And then
he paid off $40 million. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Shout out one of those graduates from Compton. Woo-woo.
I got $26,000 that you can take care of, Mr. Robert.
Oprah Winfrey has met the challenge. She can be counted amongst, needless to say, the talent and tent. We got a picture of the talent and tent. If you guys don't know, can you guys think of any more? Is it up?
There it is. So Talented Tenth. W.E.B. Du Bois quotes on the Talented Tenth. The promoted the Talented Tenth, educating the top 10% of the African American population who would then use their talents and position to become leaders and help guide the rest of the population.
Sorry, Mr. Du Bois. It was for real. That works in theory, but then you have to tackle the whole mindset, how black people have been conditioned. We got to go back to slavery. So once we got this mindset, a lot of us, that I can see in my community, I'm just going to say from my experience, a lot of us have this mindset, I made it, I worked hard, and you got to put in that work too.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's kind of like there's nobody reaching back.
Nah, people are reaching back, but it's just about the right.
Him. I don't see a lot of that in my life. I have not seen a lot of that in my life.
Have you looked it up? Yeah. It's because you hasn't been mainstream.
I'm talking about if you can't look around and see it in your environment.
Nipsey did it.
Yeah, you just saw Nipsey.
Lamel Dura, shout out Compton Vingan, is opening up some plots at Vanguard Middle School. Did you know about that?
I'm 30 years old.
Do you?
And I'm telling you, in my lifetime,
I can name a lot of people.
I haven't seen a lot of it.
That's because you're not looking.
You're not looking,
and because they don't show it on the media,
right?
Because
media conglomerates, mass media conglomerates, are owned by who?
White people.
Boom! I just finished my final today on that. Yeah, mass media are owned by white folks.
Even BET is owned by
some Jews. Viacom.
Exactly. Viacom. Yep.
It's Viacom. It's in your community. You just need to open your eyes. You got to stop scrolling and like.
He didn't just say niggas with money. He said educated black people.
Yes, he did.
So there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Because people, you could get money right now. You can get $1 million right now. What you gonna do with it? You gonna get that back?
Educated.
When you're educated in a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of these, young youths, they're not really that educated when they get the money. So they say that same thing. You know what I'm
saying?
First
thing they blow is blowing a bag.
Yeah, I mean, Kev spoke on it. Kevin McCall spoke on it. Like I had all this money coming in, I didn't know what to do. Yeah. I look up, like it's gone.
Financial literacy, people.
Yeah, we need more financial literacy in our communities. I think that would be a big avenue. Do you think this will pave the way for the future, like him paying that off, and these 2019 graduates start off with debt free from a private institution?
Wait, it was all the graduates?
Every 2019 was about $40 million he paid off. Do you think they have a big future? They might come back, become millionaires, and pay off some future classes?
Because he set an example. Not everybody. He's one person who did that. Not that's not to say everybody's gonna have money like him, but he at least set an example where these people will feel, you know what I'm saying? Somebody ever did something good for you and you just did it for somebody else.
But you know how big things happen in the media. Once one person does it, a bunch of people are gonna do it to seem like
that's the best thing about the social media age. If you do something good, then more people are gonna do something good because they want to be, they want to do it for the likes. Cool. Okay,
but I mean, likes or not, you know what I'm saying? Setting that is good to just set the example, you know what I'm saying?
Like for example,
I'm not saying he did it.
I'm not throwing.
I get what you're saying.
I'm not throwing shade at Nipsey's family situation, but I will say this: his death almost became a popularity contest about who supported him the most. And for example, some of like The Game constantly overfloods my feed with. I'm not gonna say everybody has to deal with pain and deaf in different ways. But every day he's posting. It just makes me depressed. It made me unfollow
but
him.
He wasn't posting. He was messing with that 16-year-old girl.
Let's not bring.
Hold on, did you say 6?
Let's not
16.
Let's not.
No. Everybody want to be all.
Look. We're not gonna bring. We're not gonna bring the Westbrooks into this because they're friends of.
They stay around the corner from the house. I grew up with them.
Exactly, but we're not gonna talk about this. But what I'm saying is that when Nipsey passed away, right after he passed away, a bunch of people started becoming fans of his. A bunch of people, which is great, and then.
His kid's gonna be paid.
His kid's gonna be paid. The reason why his kids is gonna be paid, not just because of Nipsey, not just because of what he did, but it became a popularity contest of who can support the family the most. If you notice, DJ Khaled just came out with a single with Nipsey that we never heard of until he passed away.
What are you talking about? They shot that
higher, of course. But what I'm saying,
I'm not. You're a music dude though, so I'm.
No. Hold up.
This is
thing. Not let me finish.
Hold up. No,
because it's my thing too.
I can't let you finish because you're going too far into stuff without facts.
I am, if you let me finish. So what I'm saying is that DJ Khaled started it. Next thing you know, we got what is his name? He's
this ain't
he messed up my train of thought. Now we have multiple artists that are putting out music and dedicating it to Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah,
after DJ Khaled.
But he's not dedicated. If Nipsey's on a song with him and he wants to dedicate it to him.
I'm not saying that. That's the point. Not like you cutting me off. What I'm saying is that after he did that, there was multiple artists that kept on following behind the Nipsey trend, and
I can get you to that.
And now they're trying to dedicate albums and songs to Nipsey.
Well, the thing about
it is, songs that Nipsey are.
That's capitalism.
He's not on. He's not on.
That he's not on.
That's capitalism.
And are they saying anything? Oh, so you weren't saying nothing about DJ Khaled?
Yes, like YG, for example. YG posted an entire album and then just posted in loving memory of Nip. Meanwhile, his album had nothing to do with Nipsey.
But guess what? That's called capitalism. Exactly. Everybody's trying to capitalize.
But I mean, at the same time, to be honest with you, like, you don't know why people do stuff. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know what people's intentions are. So it could be that, and it could just be like people really, you know what I'm saying, are dedicating bodies of work to him. Like,
well, my thing is, if I die and I'm famous, y'all can dedicate something to me. I'm all about y'all getting y'all money.
So looking at privilege in America and seeing that it's tied to wealth, I have to wonder if finally having a black person was contributed to shaping the country and the U.S. currency will make a difference in the way that others view how African Americans view one another. I'm just saying, it's time to put Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill.
I thought they ain't did that yet?
That's been a lot of...
They should have been there. Hey, bro, let me get some tubs. Y'all got some tubs? Hey, you got change for a tub?
You know, it's funny.
Hey, I only got tubs, bro. I only got tubs.
It was supposed to come out next year, 2020, but they actually pushed it to 2028.
What?
Because it was actually supposed to come out next year.
Wow. What they doing? They're reconstructing it, the designers.
Ain't no more design. Put this black woman on this paper and let's go to work.
They gotta beat her face real right for her. I
say put the picture when she got the shotgun. Get that one, then I'll be all right.
Oh no! Speaking of which, have y'all seen the picture of Harriet Tubman throwing the dice?
Nah.
Oh my God, I just saw it this morning. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll post it on Young Voices Making Choices story so y'all can see the picture of Harriet Tubman throwing the dice.
Oh man. They need to do that. 10 years, that's a long time. That's 10 years from now.
Come on, people.
That's like they're building a stadium or something.
Oh, what other days are this month?
Oh, here we go. May 18th was No Dirty Dishes Days. So I failed that.
I had some dirty dishes. I still have the same 2 dirty dishes in my
I can't go to bed with the dishes looking like that.
It's 2 dishes. It's just 2. It's just, I feel like it shouldn't even, that's a lie. That's back to our hoarding from last week's
My grandmother would have. You better, before you go to sleep.
That's your cousins coming to visit.
That's Thanksgiving.
Well, listen, for me, I'm a mother of a 3-year-old, and sometimes when I put her down, I just fall asleep. So the dishes, sometimes.
Yeah, that's an excuse. As a father of 5.
They're big, though. You can tell them to go sit down.
Amara's 3, and she's at the house, and I wash dishes right there with her.
She don't go to sleep. She won't go to sleep till
we have a child together. That's an excuse. She's at the house.
I fall asleep.
You fought with her. Because you have no discipline. I get everything done. Whoopings and all. Whoopings and all.
We getting personal in here. Yeah. What's the next day? What is this? So, speaking of dirty dishes, It's time to dish the dirt, y'all.
Oh, man.
So we're going to focus on Jason Mitchell.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this. Uh-oh. There's allegations, right?
He was on the Straight Outta Compton movie. He played Eazy-E.
He sure did.
Yep, with his dirty self.
Oh, that's deep.
He's been accused of sexually harassing multiple women, including The Chi co-star Tiffany Boone. Tiffany Boone is right there.
Oh, okay.
Now, in this case, Tiffany, who played Jason's girlfriend on the show, made several complaints of sexual harassment and allegedly felt so unsafe that her fiance, Marquis Richardson, came to the set where she shot scenes with Jason. So since then, Jason has been fired from The Chi and has been dropped by his management agency, well as from a new Netflix film in which he had been cast as a lead. So, yeah, he fumbled the bag.
So these are allegations, or these actually happened? I'm not saying he didn't do it or not.
As of right now, they're allegations, but at the point to where, somebody has to bring their fiance on set because they feel uncomfortable, and there's multiple people. Like, I don't think she's lying.
Here's my thing.
He couldn't shake that easy character.
Well, nowadays, I feel, especially for young men, if you are in that field of... I feel like, listen, I'm going to be on the phone with my mama the whole time. Like, mama, yeah. All right, y'all ready? All right, let me go do my thing. And when I get back, I'm on the phone with my mom. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to see nobody because I'm not saying that he didn't do it. But anything with the movement the way it is and the money that can be made and the scandals that can happen, I feel like, man, just stay in your trailer. Be on the phone with your wife the whole time. Well, don't talk to nobody.
The thing about that is it's saying that every woman that you run into is going to cry sexual harassment. And these are not statistics, but I don't feel like every woman you run into is going to be like, oh, you touched me inappropriately, you talking to me inappropriately. Some men just need to watch the way they conduct themselves around women.
Because let's be real. I'm gonna keep it real. There is times where people can be quote unquote inappropriate, but if they look good, I'm gonna be like, but then we got
the truth will set you free. You laughing too, huh? You talking about statistics? You over here busting up.
It's gonna be a little truth to that. But
watch the way you conduct yourself.
But you gotta watch the way you conduct yourself. At the end of the day, if you're in a professional environment and someone is showing you that they are not feeling that attraction towards you, skirt.
Stop it.
You see, the thing is, like, some people don't know, like, boundaries.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Some people get it once, and they're like, all right, we could do it with, I could do it with anybody. But some people just really don't know, like, personal boundaries.
You have to read the temperature of the person that you're talking to.
I'm just saying some people just don't know.
And girls do be playing around. They mess with you one Monday on set, and then Tuesday.
Well, then you need to leave her alone, okay?
But you up here laughing and giggling if he cute. Which one you gonna be? You can't be.
I'm gonna always laugh and
at the end of the day. At the end of the day,
you ain't gonna automatically be ugly.
At the end of the day, play it safe. Don't mess with people. Don't mess with your job.
Hello.
Because your job is putting money on your table, and he fumbled that bag. And I'm not saying that I wasn't on set with him, so I don't know what he did or what he didn't do. But I do feel like men can be inappropriate at times. And I'm not saying all men, but I'm just saying him. Because it's not like he, assaulted her.
Right.
But he did, make her feel uncomfortable.
And she had to bring her fiance.
And if you have to bring your significant other on
that's
set,
a pretty big thing.
Then
she also has a fiance too.
Yeah,
that's probably why she wasn't returning that attraction. She like, look, sir, I don't want it. I got a man.
Well, I don't know. Aisha say she still want to get looked at. You never really know.
I mean, that is not what she was saying.
Aisha Curry. All right, we gon'
Can we? No, wait. Before we get on Aisha,
I feel you, Aisha girl.
Get out of here. You Steph Curry, your husband. You talking about you?
I feel you, Aisha girl.
Look at you. Get out of here.
I got your back.
Oh yeah.
Look, she's not saying that she wants other dudes to look at her.
That's what she said, though. That's what she said.
What she said.
Go ahead, explain it.
As a fellow light-skinned woman,
quote her.
As a fellow
she said, attention is sometimes good. She said that on national TV.
Attention feels good for your soul. And when you have...
Let Steph said that. It would have been World War III.
Yeah, because he gets attention.
He's Steph.
Exactly.
You ain't never seen him.
But her entire like image
is based off Steph, right?
Exactly.
Well, that's you married him. You knew what you was getting yourself up to.
I have to interject.
And she worth $11 million. She all right.
I have to interject.
Without Steph.
I think she is doing what she can to build a brand of her own outside of Steph Curry. I don't feel like her whole identity is wrapped up in that man.
We don't even know her without him.
What she was
exactly when you
said.
Who
is Aisha?
Who is Aisha?
Listen.
What does she do?
If y'all let me talk.
Well, she's a
if somebody let me talk.
I know what she does.
If somebody let me, I know she's a chef. Look, cooking shows.
What show?
Cooking shows. But listen. I was making a point. Okay, her identity is not wrapped up in that man. She's doing her best to become her own woman. The thing she was trying to express as a mother of children and as a man who gets all this notoriety, it could sometimes, she can sometimes be in his shadow and don't get the attention from him, probably. Because he's
That's
out.
not what she said.
No, listen.
That's not what she said.
Because she's out on the road. She doesn't get male attention.
I ain't never heard Coretta Scott King complain.
And listen, she still want to feel like she got it. We all want to feel like we still got it.
We all knew who she was. She ain't never complained.
Coretta wanted to feel like she still got it.
No,
too.
she didn't.
How you know?
Last time I checked, when I saw the documentary,
she wanted to feel like she still had it. Okay,
and Martin Luther King was cheating on Coretta.
That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
Yes, it
does. I'm talking about.
Aisha, you still got it, girl.
You still got it.
I'm not saying. Okay, let me say this because I don't want to get no DMs and no sideways. I'm not saying that some women don't like attention. I'm not even disagreeing with what Aisha said. First off, it's the platform that she said it, and it's the way you said it.
No,
let me finish. I'll let y'all go. This is a 2-time NBA champion. Of course, he's a multi-millionaire. Of course, he's going to have women. He's in the NBA. You should know what you signed up for. You've been married to him or been with him all these years. You know what you were getting yourself into.
Do you know what she was getting herself into?
Yeah, they've been together since they were like 12.
Years old.
And you made a decision.
No, 15 years old. And the thing is, and another thing.
Go back.
Zach, you feel me, bro? She shouldn't have said that out loud.
Bro, you know what it is?
Is that she was at a comfortable table with Steph Curry's mom, with Steph Curry's sister, with Steph Curry's sister-in-law.
But she wanted attention from other men, not except for Steph. That's what she said. I don't care what y'all think she said.
I want to let Zach speak because Zach haven't spoken.
But
I'm waiting on
let me finish. I'm gonna let Zach speak in a second. What I'm saying is that she was talking about feeling pretty. Just feeling.
Exactly.
So Steph don't do that? Is what you saying?
The thing is that Steph is constantly working.
He paid for them injections. He paid for all that.
How you know this woman got work?
Man.
Look at you.
She don't look like how she was looking when.
Because she had 3 kids.
She plump, girl, boy.
I know a few women that have some kids that's broke and they only.
Look, she got some weight in all the right places.
All right. Zach, go, man, so I can get to the next topic, man.
So
y'all getting too emotional for me.
So what I say about it is that
Zach, come on, man.
Come on, Zach.
That's what I'm saying.
Put your heavy accent on too, so I can listen.
No. But what I say about the situation is that I feel you. I feel the woman. You know what I'm saying? All women want to get looked at, bro. Even if they're with somebody, because the thing with marriage is that, like, you know, you kind of in a situation for a long time, and it's like, yo, do I still got it? You know, exactly as what you're saying. So I don't disagree with her, but at the same time, I don't think that's the platform that you set it on. You know what I'm saying? I guess she wants the world to know because she wants, like, guys, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But she was also being very honest, which I respect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I respect that she did that. The thing is, like, most of us, you know what I'm saying, we respect Steph Curry to such a high extent just because of his character, not only because of, you know, how great he is at the game, but we respect him so much that I feel like a lot of guys see her and don't look.
Because that's Steph wife. Like, nah, man, that's Steph wife. Because guys are loyal. It's these females that be...
Exactly.
Not y'all, but...
Men, you are right.
Don't point at me.
That's right, Zach. Hey. Black men don't cheat. Black men don't cheat.
No, boy, hold on. Wait a minute. Black men don't cheat. Men cheat. Okay, if you're listening to this and you're very naive, please don't listen to this man.
Black men don't cheat. Hey, Steph, we know that's your wife. We don't even look her way, bro. Like, that's the homie wife.
Now, if you said Steph wouldn't cheat, I would probably, give him the.
What if Steph got on national TV and said, "I want to know if I still got it"?
He already got.
That's not what I asked you.
But my thing is that these women will throw themselves at Steph. You seen that game where that girl was looking at him like this? Like, come on, like,
babe, do it again. What was she
doing?
What if he got on the platform and said it though? Y'all would have been outraged.
But my thing is that nobody looks at Aisha like that. She looked like a potato.
Let's go.
She's pretty. All right.
Pretty in her own way.
Speaking of NBA,
she is pretty.
Yeah, and let's start talking about some.
Let's stop talking about.
His man and his wife. That's his wife.
You know, she's beautiful. Her girl.
We look like you guys together. She's not ugly, but I just feel like she shouldn't have said that on public platform. Okay, cool. That's a Bible study conversation, or women's ministry thing.
But she was feeling comfortable.
I think it was her comfortability.
It was the comfortability.
She was being honest. If she being honest, then she being honest.
Yeah, she being honest. But with honesty comes responsibility. All right. So another thing, and this is Zach, you probably feel me. I don't know if you guys paid attention. Is some serious tension in the NBA with none other than Earvin Magic Johnson. Just recently, Earvin Magic Johnson resigned as the president of basketball operations for the Los Angeles Lakers. This all happened when he first got in, and he brought LeBron in and promised all these different things. Here's the interview, and look at what he said and how he said it.
What the hell happened? Why did you resign from the Los Angeles Lakers?
Well, it was a couple reasons. I told her, I said, listen, I can't give up all my businesses. I make more money doing that than becoming the president of the Lakers. So you know that I'm going to be in and out. Is that okay with you? She said yes. I said, do I have the power to make decisions? Because that was important for me to take the job as well. She said, you have the power to make the decisions. Mm-hmm. And then I start hearing, Magic, you're not working hard enough. Magic's not in the office. So people around the Laker office was telling me, Rob was saying things. And
Rob Pelinka.
And I didn't like those things being said behind my back, that I wasn't in the office enough and so on and on. So I started getting calls from my friends outside of basketball saying those things now were said to them outside of basketball. Now, not just in the Laker office anymore. Now it's in the media and so on.
And these are people you trust.
Exactly. And people got to remember something. Being in this business for over 40 years, I got allies, I got friends everywhere, right? The straw that broke the camel's back was I wanted to fire Luke Walton. And we had max 3 meetings. I showed her the things he did well and the things he didn't do well. And I said, listen, we got to get a better coach. So the first day, well, let's think about it. Second day, okay, you can fire him. Then the next day, no, we should try to work it out. So when we went back and forth like that, and then she brought Tim Harrison to the meeting, some of the guys. And Tim, wanted to keep him because he was friends with Luke. And Luke's a great guy, great guy.
He is.
And so when I looked up and said, wait a minute, I only really answer to Jeannie Buss. Now I got Tim involved. And I said, it's time for me.
So, long story short, I'm a basketball fan, huge Stephen A. Smith First Take fan. I'm a Laker fan till I die. I watched this live on air, and pretty much what's going on is I believe Magic was going through something that was behind the scenes. I just don't think he should have got on First Take to show how sloppy the organization is moving behind the scenes. And so now he aired out. Now, I believe they were going against the black man and all that. And, I feel all of that because Magic come in look, I'm making money over here. I can make some moves. He didn't even get a full year with LeBron or a full 2 years to really make some things happen. And you hear him, what he said is that he thought he had power when he really didn't. And so ever since Dr. Buss passed away, the Lakers have been on this downward spiral as far as, general management, president, operations, this trade deadlines and salary cap. There's been a lot of crap going on. And so everybody wants to play in LA. It's LA, right? And so I believe that I didn't really agree with saying it on First Take, but like Zach said, that was his honest to God truth. And he really just said straight up, man, they was talking behind my back and backbiting, and I didn't want to deal with the drama. It's like, dang, all right, what we going to do?
Yeah. Exactly.
So.
First of all, I'm a Boston fan, so shout out to Lakers.
Oh, my goodness. How did we get him? For real?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
go
a
ahead,
long
man.
story.
Yeah. No, it's not long. You made.
But you came over here though.
Yeah.
But that don't have nothing to do with
I can't do the cold, but I like the green.
Go ahead, bro.
Go
ahead. Tell us how you feel.
No, but for real, he was being fully honest. I don't think that first First Take is the place to air out all you know what I'm saying, going all the drama in. But at the same time, the Lakers been sloppy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the team. I'm talking about just the way that they were going. You know what I'm saying? The trades that they made, some certain moves. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you can see like teams rebuilding.
They were wasting their money. Like
no, they really don't have a direction since Dr. Buzz passed.
away.
And so I feel like Magic realized that, as you said, he thought he had power, and it's just coming down to still seeing the sloppiness, because I felt like when Magic came in, I thought they were going in a different direction.
Right.
You know, okay, yeah,
we got 4 years LeBron, let's make some stuff
exactly,
happen. Right.
You know, and then he's still really just seeing what's going on, and then on top of that, he's going outside of the boardroom. So I mean, like I said, I don't think that's the place to do it, but if he did it, he's being honest.
I say air him out, Magic.
I think because he was on First Take, that's why. I mean, you know, Stephen A. gonna ask you the real talk questions, and so I think he forgot everything.
Stephen A. be yelling at
people.
But
I mean, also,
and then what?
No, also.
What happened? And then what happened?
Also, when you talking
he was talking about you.
Nah, when you talking behind somebody back too, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he felt massively disrespected. I would have felt massively disrespected by the whole organization. Hold on. But you know what I'm saying? Just feeling like this is a professional organization, one of the biggest, or if nah, this is Boston, second biggest organization in the world, you know, basketball wise. So I really just think like the unprofessionalism and just like what he went through, like this is Magic's franchise.
Yes, yeah,
Magic is the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Just like Kobe's the Lakers, etc. So I think that, you know what I'm saying, just thinking about that, and then he came in to do this job, and then now like it's going in the direction that it wasn't. No, I mean, be completely honest.
Not even
out there,
and not even just talking behind it. That's what I'm saying. He was not just talking about him in the likes of basketball people. Right. He was talking about him to other media outlets.
It was already out there.
Not even media outlets. He talking about people who are like he could be the chief of the LAPD.
Exactly.
And like, hey man, I heard y'all over messing up. And so now we have a major problem. So now we taking it back to Michigan street style. Like first off, you running your mouth about my I get inner job drama. It goes like that everywhere.
But no, when you get outside of the organization,
when you got somebody who, if you got the owner of the Forum, Madison Square Garden, calling me like, hey Magic, I heard y'all ain't doing too hot. I heard you ain't never in the office.
And you like, bro,
what? Like, I'm a grown man. Don't ask me what I'm doing. I totally get it.
When an Instagram model knows about
that's that pillow talking.
But you know, I will say about the whole Luke Walton situation, keep in mind, y'all, I'm not that into basketball, but I was when I was like a kid, when I was forced to watch the games. I was really surprised that he even became the coach. Honestly, I was
why were you surprised? Most not good players become great coaches. Phil Jackson was a terrible player, but he's an awesome coach.
I was surprised.
Yeah, you gotta. And I don't like the new dude they hired. I'm like, bro, where is Mark Jackson? Why is the NBA like? I would have picked up Mark Jackson, but you know what? Mark Jackson.
I know. With the mic
I got Stephen A. My bad. Mark Jackson. I feel like would have been able to tame not tame LeBron. Let me not say it like that.
Mark Jackson would have been able to tame LeBron.
You get what I'm saying? Because before Steve Kerr came with Golden State, Mark Jackson created that.
No,
team. That's real talk.
That's super true. And I don't think he get the credit. Yeah, I don't think he get the credit for that.
You know how that go.
But no, that's really the truth. So, you know, we're out of time and we're out of topics, but I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Tell your friends, tell your fam, tell your girl, tell your
grandma.
Tell your grandma.
Tell your side chick.
Tell your pastor.
Exactly, yo. Big ups.
Same time.
See you next week.
Next Thursday, 7 p.m., YVMC.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. We're going to try this hard again.
Let's try the hard
again. I'm not doing the hard. I'm not doing the hard.
Oh, I did it.
No heart.